Connors Elementary School, the after-school program, 21st Century. Today we're going to do something I really like to do. We're going to do some yarn art and some weaving. Okay, we're only going to do one project though, I have to say. So today we're going to do that, and we're going to create something, first of all, that is woven. And this is the one we're not going to do, so I'm going to describe this to you. So first of all, you need a branch and you need some stuff, which I'll tell you in about a minute. But what you're going to do is you're going to take and you're going to make string going all the way across these two branches. So the trick is to tie one off. I usually tie it down at the bottom, and then I just go back and forth and back and forth. And that creates the line of thread that you can weave into. Okay, so the trick is that you go, if you start here, you're going to go over this one, and then when you come back around, you're going to go under this one. So it's over, under, over, under, over, under. And that creates your loom, actually. When you take your thread or your yarn or whatever, you're going to use, I use sort of like a tapestry needle, but I think you could use anything. If it's sharp, it doesn't work as well, but I love this one. It's a blunt one, and I just took my thread and I went down. So I went under, over, under, over, under, over, under, over. And what that does is it creates, and I'm doing it up and down, and that creates my weaving in and out, in and out, in and out. Okay? So I did this on branches because they're cheap, but I also like them. I like the idea of the natural. Okay? So I know some of you have done it before, but you can do it on paper plates. And you can string it again, string it just like back and forth, or you can do like on boxes and make a piece of cardboard, take a piece of cardboard and string it that way. There's lots of ways to do weaving, okay? When we talk about weaving though, it's, how old do you think this craft is and why? It's 6,000 BC was when it was really a very useful art form. And I say art form because it is decorative. You can make any design you want to do. But when you think about 6,000 BC, how did they make their clothes? And a lot of it was done by weaving. They made beautiful designs. Nowadays we make it, and we maybe make scarves, intricately woven scarves. But back then they made their rugs by weaving. They made a lot of their clothes by weaving. So let's get started with the project we're going to do today. And this one is a branch. Hi, so I said weaving was, used to be very important, but it still is, because there are many, many, many things that we make when we weave. So did you know that weaving looms were widespread across Europe, Africa, and Asia by the Middle Ages? And it's very important that you understand that looms can be very small or they can be very big. The biggest looms right now are in Afghanistan, and they're making rugs. And they are huge, like room full of people with these big looms making rugs, and they're gorgeous. If you ever see it, look it up. African weaving looms, and they're just huge. But a lot of the weaving left us because cotton was discovered, and so when they discovered cotton fiber, the cost went down. So the cotton is much cheaper and easier to work. Hi. Materials for our branch art are going to be glue, scissors. Now I like to use a variety of different threads. This is embroidery thread, okay, and it comes looking like this, and you can pull it out. The other thing I like to use is I use string, any type of string. I've never tried it with really bulky string. And the other one is just plain yarns. And the yarns you can get are all different kinds. Like you can get this is really wool, pure wool. This one is a mixture. It's actually mohair, mostly mohair. just regular plain yarn. And again, string and different colors. These are the colors I had. I didn't have any others. These are the ones I had, so these are the ones I'm working with, okay? Glue, scissors, colored string, yarn, or embroidery thread, and again, your branch, okay? This is what I'm going to start with today. So, if you need to, stop the video, go and get yourself some branches. Get 1 or 2, maybe even 3, because sometimes they break and you got to start over again. On mine, and you're going to see in a minute that I had to backtrack and go get. So I'm going to take my yarn, and I'm going to take my branch, and I'm going to put about 1 inch of the, I'm using embroidery thread right now, so it's up like this, about 1 inch going up the branch. Then I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to hold it, and I'm just going to start winding this all around that thread and the branch. And that's going to keep that tucked in so we don't have to knot it or glue it. Okay, so I'm going to continually work this up and see how nice that is. It's a little bit more tricky as we get further up, but that's okay. Okay, so I'm going to take and I'm going to show you my next one. Okay, so this one I did with the black, and then I did the same thing. I took my tail of the black and the tail of the green, and I made it go up the branch, and I started weaving, okay? So now I'm up at the top here with the green. And I'm still going around, and I'm not quite up at the top. So I'm going to weave this until I get to the top, and I just broke one of my branches, which always happens to me. But if it's not too bad, you can still weave it, okay? So we're going to continue up, up and up. I think I may just make it. A lot of times I cut my string either too long or too short, and don't worry about that because you can always use the pieces. I try not to use the whole mess of thread or string or yarn because it just is bulky to go in and out of these branches. And that's how I broke mine yesterday. So I'm just going to go up here, and I'm going around, and I'm going around. All right, I'm almost to that stop. Okay. So I have to leave a tail. So my tail is going to go up this branch. So I'm going to take my next color, and I'm going to put it right next to the green thread going up. And I'm going to go in and out. Just as before, and I'm going to start my next color. I'm just going to wind this a little bit up. As you see, I was a little bit short of the green, but that was okay. So now I'm just going to go in and around that one little branch going up. And I sit there when I watch a movie or TV, and I can just sit and do this. It's fun. It's like sort of mindless. You're just going in and around and around and around. And it's fun. And I just like to do it. Okay? So you can now see that my blue, you can just see my blue. Okay? There's the blue going up. And then I can make colors in all of the different branches. I have seen these used. You can just put them on the wall as they are, or I've seen them used for jewelry holders, so you can hang things. Guys can hang whatever they want on it as well, but that's what it looks like. And so if you continue to do all that up, it might look like mine. I tried different yarns. I tried the embroidery floss over here, the mohair over here, and this was just plain yarn. So that's it. And thank you for watching. I do want to say though, if you really like doing this, try doing a weaving, and that's fun as well. Okay, thank you.